Ronan, not much rugby under your belt. How are you feeling? Was it a bit ropey trying to get back into the whole system of the thing?
It was okay, yeah. Obviously had the injury early on in the club season, which was disappointing. But yeah, a lot of work went in behind the scenes from the physios and the S&C to make sure I was back and was fit out there. It was a tough game. It was very physical and it was yeah, very physically demanding. But yeah, happy to get through it. And yeah, for the most part, body felt good and yeah, it was good.
Alan Walters wasn't able to inform us about the line-out and this misfunction at the moment. Are there lots of fixes or just one fix? Is it a mentality thing? What's going on there?
No, it's just small little fixes, just about us getting on the same page, and we did a good bit of work yesterday and today about just trying to fix up small things. But no, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything. It's just small, minute details, really.
Yeah. Bernard, Ronan, how are things? Just I suppose on that, how easy or difficult is it to fix it? Like, you're hearing an awful lot of talk since Friday about mentality and getting it back on track. Presumably that's a little bit trickier to fix than things just on the pitch.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I suppose it's up to each individual to make sure that mentally you're in a good place. Like that includes bouncing into this week. I suppose no loss of enthusiasm really to get going for Friday night. Obviously, it was very disappointing what happened last Friday, but you can't dwell on it too long. You have to take the learnings. You have to be pretty clinical and I suppose do your critical analysis on it, but you have to move on very quick because obviously this game's coming around. And yeah, we need to put our best foot forward. So yeah, it's up to each individual to just make sure you're in a good place.
Plenty of senior voices, I suppose, around the place. Peter, obviously, and Caelan. I know Johnny's in, and you've Paul as well. What kind of, you don't want to give away too much. What kind of things, I suppose, were said as you do a little bit of soul searching since Friday?
I suppose we had a meeting with like Gary Keegan as well, like who would take a lot of the mental skills stuff. And yeah, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant resource for us to have. And yeah, I think the big thing is just about reframing the week, like not making it a bigger deal than it is, like just knowing that we have to move on quickly. We have to make sure that we take what happened in the game and obviously bring it forward to this Friday night.
Ronan, is like the feedback, I'd say at the start of week 4 back, is it like still quite brutal? Are people being called out, or is that time gone now? Is it very focused on technical details?
It's a bit of both, like as in like everyone's very honest like in here. You kind of have to be to analyse the games. So yeah, we had our meetings yesterday and we'd feed back to one another, and a bit of it was what you felt out there on the pitch, a bit of it was what did you see in your analysis, and yeah, I suppose there is a lot of technical stuff in there, but like there's also a lot of just honest, open chat, like, and everyone's receptive to receiving that that feedback by either the coaches or the players.
How do you look back? There's two kind of big moments really when you're 10 metres both times and they stopped you. How did you look at them? Was that errors on your part, or was that just brilliant defence from them?
It's a bit of both. Like obviously they did very well to stop our momentum very early, especially just with the 4 men in the first one. Like, but it does just come back to those small details, and like at this level, if you're off by a millisecond, like it can cause massive issues to the strength of that maul. So yeah, we did that analysis on that, and it's just about making sure we right them wrongs.
Are you confident as a group that that line out can fire closer to 100%? I know it's not really perfect, and that maul can deliver more try?
Yeah, absolutely we are. Yeah, we are indeed. But I suppose the challenge is like you could make your line out function at 100%, but you might only win it at the front every time. Like, so it's about like winning it in the areas that you want to win it and give yourself the best opportunity to launch an attacking platform off of. So yeah, obviously we are confident we can get that number a bit higher, but yeah.
Well, there was a lot of talk about the celebrations in game. So James Lowe celebrating his kick during the game when obviously at that point you're behind. What's your view on celebrating in game when you're behind?
I'm not against it, to be honest. It's about trying to bring a bit of energy, trying to manufacture a bit of energy, if it's not out there already. Like, and if it's a little spark that can get the team going a bit, like, or if you do something like, yeah, I suppose sometimes it can only benefit the team, like, but yeah.
And that outside noise and listening to the public and pundits and things like that, do you ever bring that into your group? Does any part ever mention it?
No, not so much listening to the pundits, to the outside noise, but like on the pitch, you can get a lot of energy from the crowd, like, and in terms of if a big roar goes up, like, you can get that extra half a step, like, so it's about trying to bring them in and trying to feed off their energy, like, but no, we wouldn't really listen to too much outside noise, really. It's very much so focused on what's in-house.
And what can you expect now from Argentina?
Obviously, they've some great players, some great attack and play. We've just been analysing them for the last 2 days, like. But yeah, we obviously know Felipe from Leinster, like, and yeah, a bit of what he'll bring. So yeah, it's just about trying to put our plan in place to try and stop them on Friday night.
Ronan, Matt was saying he didn't think the team clicked on a number of fronts, but just a % here and a % there, and then all added up to the match. Would you agree with that, or how did you see it?
Yeah, that's probably fair enough. I think there's a lot of small little areas that we didn't really, yeah, as you said, clicked. And yeah, as we said, they're also small fixes, like. Like, I thought we found ourselves defending a lot, like, and then kind of getting into a lot of errors, unforced errors, really, like, in terms of giving away a few unnecessary penalties through, like, non-released poaches or people caught in the back end of the tackle. So it's just about, like, trying to fix up them small little wrongs. Yeah.
Alan said that the numbers were sort of regular numbers, so the energy was there and the effort was there. And it was, so that wasn't part of the issue, in your opinion? No?
Yeah, I'd say the same. Like, yeah, like it felt at times out there. It felt good, like, felt comfortable. But obviously, just the game kind of got away from us, and yeah, it was difficult to kind of rein that back in. But yeah, you can't fault the effort, really, I think.
Just finally, you said you spoke with Gary Keegan. Do you think his side of things, what he does, do you think that was an issue with the team? The mentality, attitude, all those nuanced things that you bring into a match with you?
I don't think it was an issue, really. Like, I think it was just we're trying to find solutions, trying to find fixes, and that was an area where I suppose there's always growth in that area, in your mental side of the game, like. So yeah, I don't think it was an issue really per se, but it was just, yeah.
You'd regularly talk to Gary, or the team would. It wasn't shifting to talk to you.
Yeah, no, Gary would talk to the team, yeah, every week. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Ruth?
Just one for me, Ronan, please. How difficult is it to go into a game of that magnitude against a team who are on a bit of a roll, when you have had so little minutes between yourself and Rob? You know, there was so little minutes, and I know it's not being put down as an excuse, but it must be very difficult.
It's a little bit more difficult, yeah. But I think at the same time, I was confident in my preparation, really. Like, I was certainly nervous for the game, like, as I would be for every game. You kind of get them butterflies, but that's all part of it, and you have to enjoy that. But I think we had the 12 days of preparation for it, and we felt very well prepared. We felt fit, like, kind of did all our own mental stuff and was ready for the game. Like, so it's a little bit more difficult, but nothing too taxing. And yeah, I think it was all right.
Last two questions, Derek, then Michael. Felipe is very much in your early time at Leicester. What did you make of him as a person, or do hookers not see out halves who are freezing cold and coaches down the sideline?
No, Phil was there, yeah, obviously for my, I think, 4 years when I was there, like, and yeah, he was a great lad around the place, great coach, would have done a lot of stuff with the backs and a lot of the attack stuff and starter plays and stuff, and yeah, he was brilliant. He was brilliant for us. Really enjoyed having him there, And yeah, I just think I suppose the attacking side of the game, like he brings a lot, and for I suppose us Friday night, like it's going to be about trying to stop that.
He was described to me by a former Leicester player as a winner. That behind that calm exterior fellow walking around in the best suit and the best dressed guy and all of that stuff, that he was a vicious winner. Did you get that from him?
Yeah, I did. He was certainly passionate when he was out in the pitch, like, and yeah, he held you to a high standard, and it was just about trying to meet that standard. But yeah, he was brilliant for us.
Thanks. Last question, Michael. Just Ronan, I suppose one defeat, it's not a crisis or anything like that to the All Blacks, obviously, but is there extra pressure to get a result on Friday now, because 2 defeats kind of changes the perception of the team, really? So does that put extra pressure on you guys for Friday night?
Yeah, I suppose it does a bit, but that's kind of pressure we enjoy, and I think it probably goes to show the health of rugby in Ireland, really, like where I suppose a loss to New Zealand like puts you in, as you said, like the perception around it is very negative, like, but yeah, I think that's pressure that we're kind of welcoming, and yeah, as you said, we need to make sure that doesn't happen on Friday night.